Meter refresh is a method of instructing a web browser to automatically refresh the current web page or frame after a given time interval, using an HTML meter element with the http-equiv parameter set to refresh, and a content parameter giving the time interval in seconds. It is also possible to instruct the browser to fetch a different URL when the page is refreshed, by including the alternative URL in the content parameter. By setting the refresh time interval to 0, this allows meter refresh to be used as a method of URL redirection. Usability. Use of meter refresh is discouraged by the World Wide Web Consortium, since unexpected refresh can disorient users. Meter refresh also impairs the web browser's back button in some browsers, although most modern browsers compensate for this. There are legitimate uses of meter refresh, such as providing updates to dynamic web pages or implementing site-controlled navigation of a website without JavaScript. Many large websites use it to refresh news or status updates, especially when dependencies on JavaScript and redirect headers are unwanted. Examples: place insight head to refresh page after 5 seconds. Redirect to http, example.com/ after 5 seconds. Redirect to http, example.com/ immediately. Drawbacks. Meter refresh tags have some drawbacks. If a page redirects too quickly, using the back button on the next page may cause some browsers to move back to the redirecting page, whereupon the redirect will occur again. This is bad for usability, as this may cause a reader to be stuck on the last website. A reader may or may not want to be redirected to a different page, which can lead to user dissatisfaction or raise concerns about security. Alternatives. Meter refresh uses the http-equiv meter tag to emulate the refresh HTTP header, and as such can also be sent as a header by an HTTP web server, although it should be noted that refresh is not part of the HTTP standard. Alternatives exist for both uses of meter refresh. For redirection, an alternative is to send an HTTP redirection status code, such as HTTP 301 or 302. It is the preferred way to redirect a user agent to a different page. This can be achieved by a special rule in the web server or by means of a simple script on the web server. JavaScript is another alternative, but not recommended, because users might have disabled JavaScript in their browsers. The simplest way of JavaScript redirect using the onload property of the body tag. For refresh, an alternative method is to provide an interaction device, such as a button, to let the user choose when to refresh the content. Another option is using a technique such as Ajax to update the website without the need for a complete page refresh, but this would also require that the user enable JavaScript in their browser. To redirect no-script browsers, using this method, browsers that do not understand JavaScript can be redirected to special pages that do not require users to support JavaScript. For example, if the current URL is news.php, the browser redirects the user to news.node.js.php. This method has no alternatives, except making pages that work in no-script browsers. References. External links, W3C Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, ensure user control of time-sensitive content changes, meter refresh deprecated by W3C, use standard redirects. Don't break the black button.